All right, so here we go. Hops plant expedition number 1. We've got 5 potted Cascade hops, all the same kind. I've got 2 2-gallons and 3 1-gallon. Each of them had 3 rhizomes planted in each pot, just to make sure, because I heard some bad stories about rhizomes not taking, and they said just to be safe, stick 3 in there, and they're pretty cheap. So, but what happened was, look at all of those individual little hop plants there. So those rhizomes were super healthy. We've got multiple from each plant. Got a little grass in this one here. Let's see. So I got multiple in here, and they're just exploding in this one. All right, so as you can see, I got a better part of 4 feet going out of these things already. So I'm going to put them in the ground. Now it is July in Austin, so we're being pretty cautious since this is our first endeavor. And you can see the garden in the background. We didn't do any trellising this year, so what I did was I took out our kale and I put up these 2 little trellises left over from last year in our closest bed. And the reason I put this here is because this is the bed that gets the second least amount of sun. And it's pretty well irrigated because we have no gutters on the patio cover there, and it runs right off into here. Good drainage though. So we're also going to little greenhouse and our bunny. This part of the yard, all the water from the yard runs down into this corner right here. So it's not well drained, and we've heard that, well, we know that hops plants really don't like having wet feet. So we're going to put one down in here to see exactly how drainage resistant they are. And we're also going to put 2 more plants back here. And the reason for this being is we have a bed that gets very little water, that gets the very little bit of sun throughout the day, and then we have a bed that gets really heavily watered and still gets very little sun. As you can see, our tomatoes and our peppers are thriving back here because they get to beat out the heat. So all that water comes right off the top into this bed. So doing a little experiment to see where they work best, so we can understand how the plants are going to react to different environments. So, getting back to these plants here, we had some that flowered early, but once I get those in the ground, here we go. See if I can get this thing to. So those are hops.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Where's my earphones?
They're on the ground behind me. There it is. We'll turn those into beer. Ellis, hey, say hi.
Hi.
All right. And we're gonna have these work up those trellis, and hit our existing trellis system here, where we have our lights hooked up and we let our cucumbers run all the way up to the top of the playscape. And as you can see, we've got them running from every corner. We've already got beans and cucumbers working on this side in these little drainage containers that we buried there. Sorry about the grass. And we had a really nice canopy last year here. So we're hoping that we can have hops, cucamelons, cucumbers, and Kentucky Wonder pole beans, all giving us a nice little canopy. All right, so that's Hop Adventure starting edition 1.